Hello, everybody. I believe we are live. I'm so excited to be back here on Popcorn Planet Live, my YouTube channel, as well as Fandom Wire News on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, go give us a favor. Go try it over there, too. Give us some likes, some love. If you're watching on Facebook, come on, check out YouTube, Popcorn Planet. We're going to try and be doing this a week. I have some stuff that might adjust my schedule this week. I'll stay in tune. I know a lot of stuff's happening for a lot of people, but we're here live. I'm going to do this as often as I can. I'm unable, and I'm going to do it with my buddy Lewis if he can. Lewis, welcome back. What's up?
What up, man? We're live and alive. Thank God.
A lot of people are just not doing it. I saw another channel, just decided to pre-tape this week.
Yeah. Really? The entire week?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Big channel? Wow.
Look, I know everyone's going to handle this differently. Not going to call them out, but just noticing, hey, let's keep at it. We got to keep delivering to our base. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Benny Beats, what's up? I see you, man. I see you, member. I see you, Benny. I love you. Thanks, man. Taylor Ism, thank you, man. I see Matt Jarbo in there. What's up, man? James Taylor, Jose, Phoenix, Night Flame. Oh, I like that. Turquoise, Viper. I love you, man. I got to do first before I do anything. I got to shout some love out because, man, this was just a nice thing to get as you know, and Lewis, get ready to pop up yours too. But
oh, please.
I was having a It's gonna get rough for a lot of people, but Sandra Ramona Kaiser, thanks for entertaining a bored person in Switzerland who was forced to work from home due to the Bud Light that shall not be named. Bam, $150.
Oh yeah,
Sandra.
Thanks.
I love you, Sandra. I can't. I think that is the biggest one-time donation I've gotten. I was speechless this morning when that came in. It just shows, even if you're watching this pre-taped, the links are down below. You can support me and all of your creators while you're in this. If you're home and you're lucky enough to have some funds and you're enjoying what we're delivering to you, please do what you can. Super chats, but the Cash Apps, they're the best ones because there's no fees from YouTube. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but we're all going to hell, so let's talk about it. Lewis, flip up yours too. I heard you got the Cash App. There you go.
I have the Cash App right here.
What's the? I can't. It's not close enough. I can't read it. What's the name for it? It's there. Lewis Lecca. It's money sign Nerd Report. There you go. So throw Lewis some love if you can. There you go. So that's, guys. Always tip your artists. Pay for your artists. Respect your artists. And let's all give a round of applause to Sandra. And bravo, Sandra. Man, I hope you're okay there, safe, hunkered down in Switzerland. I'm glad you're doing okay. But man, that meant a lot to me, my family. Thank you so much for helping support me in the streams. So I'm going to keep going for you. She just funded. She got me like so jazzed this week.
Yep.
The problem is, Lewis, there's no news. It's like,
well, you know what? A lot of things are getting canceled. It's contributing
I don't want to
to
talk about what's being canceled. Oh my God, you know me. I hate being canceled.
Well, I'm part of this.
I don't want to down everybody. I'm trying to figure out ways to, like, what can we do? What kind of new formats can we do to, like, keep, because we can only talk about this stuff for so long. By next week, dude, the cream's going to rise to the top of who actually has something to say. That's what you're going to start learning in the coming weeks. Mark my words. There's a lot of people, regurgitators out there. They're going to be like, and now you're going to hopefully find the ones that are worthy and psych out some of the other ones who are just, I don't know what to do. We're just here to do what we're told. So I hope we can prove our weight here. Lewis, what were you going to say, though?
Oh, yeah, I'm Cuban. I can talk forever. I can make up stuff, anything. But yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting. I saw Outbreak via your suggestion.
I didn't get a chance yet, but let's tease it. Go ahead. It's for our movie, our video club this week at some point. Make sure if you haven't already watched Outbreak, so we can do a recap one of these days this week. That'll be one of our episodes for sure. But Lewis, did you want to share something without giving too much away?
No, I'm not going to give out my review or anything. I'm just letting you know that I'm catching up with my old films. I'm taking your suggestions and stuff I haven't seen yet. So just want to let everyone know that you could catch up on old movies and stuff. Great time to do that right now.
Yeah, totally. And so Outbreak, if you guys haven't already, that's the first installment of our video club. We announced that Friday. I wanted to give people a little bit more time to watch it, and I just have been slammed. I was getting my Hugging the Cactus stuff done, which I can. Let's talk about. I'm going to talk about that. Let's tease that for the next story. YouTube won't let me get it out there. It's like insane. I posted a video last night to talk about my hassles, but we'll get a little bit more into detail. But if you haven't gone over to Hugging Cactus to watch the Richard Hatch interview, it's really good. And there's a whole another part coming Sunday that I'm finishing now. So I've just been mad dash because I might have to visit some family in the week, so I might be streaming from somewhere else. So bear with me. Obviously, I'm being careful, doing what I can do, but I don't want to get into too much of it. But my point is, I know a lot of people are going to be, but I'm still going to do my best to get the content out there for you guys. But that one would mean a lot to me if you go watch it. But before I really get into that, I want to talk about the header that we decided, because I was sitting around like, what do we talk about? And look, I thought, you know what? I'm going to bitch about this. Look, Disney drops Rise of Skywalker a few days early, right? And everyone's like, oh, cool, it's on digital. Guys, first of all, it's not on digital. I mean, it is, but it's on digital to buy for $19.99. Who the hell wants to pay another $20 to watch this movie when it's going to be on Disney Plus in what, a month, Lewis? How
It's
long?
It's $24.99 if you want 4K.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous.
Well,
this is like a gift from, oh, hey, everybody who loved Rise of Skywalker. Look, I know some of you did. I saw some comments here. The first comment I saw, I'm going to pop up here. James, I like Rise of Skywalker. Look, good for you. I'm jealous of you, to be honest. Maybe this is me, my bitter jealousy popping up. But the more and more time has passed, the more and more I watch it, the more annoyed I am with the entire sequel trilogy, and particularly Rise of Skywalker. I think the whole thing is a complete waste. It's a complete mess. And this gift from Disney to me was anything but, because it just got me more frustrated. I'm like, oh, great. So now I'm home alone. I can watch this. Oh, I don't even want to watch this. Oh, fine. I'll watch this. Oh my God. Why did they do that? Oh my God. Like, that's my whole experience of like, this is supposed to be like, we're home watching good stuff, being inspired. And you want to want me to pay you before I already see it on Disney Plus, which we're already paying you for, Disney. You want us to drop another $20? I bought 2 tickets to your dumb movie already. I already spent $40 probably on Rise of Skywalker. You're trying to make us spend another $20 on this movie by the time we've already spent our $5 a month supporting Disney Plus, which has nothing on it. What, Lewis? Do I have any point here?
Yes and no. I liked Rise of Skywalker, but don't unsubscribe to me. But anyways, listen, I liked it, but the problem is I should have loved it. And the mere fact that even if you loved Rise of Skywalker, the fact that it was not planned out should bother you, because whatever it was to you, it could have been better. That's fact. That's facts. Not a theory. It's facts. Hashtag facts. When you don't plan something, it doesn't come out as good as it should have been. Star Wars is American movie history. It's culture, and it should have been planned out. That's just my analogy of it. So I don't know if Andy came out of here or whatnot. Am I charging? You there?
I put you in.
All right. So I like it. Mode. I like the movie. But it could have been better. That's what I'm saying right now. And yeah, $25. Once you go 4K, you don't go back.
Yeah, I've yet to go there because my TV is not. So my TV is good enough. Stefano Padilla, thank you, Stefano. Thank you for the support and the love. But Andy, they had no canon to make the new movies off of. Yeah, that was amazing when Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Well, look, it's really hard. It's not like we have books or things we can base it off of." Like, how stupid was that line? Like, of course you have a million books you could have based. You decanonized them all, and then you're saying you don't have stuff you can adapt. You so much you could adapt from that. Even just look what Jon Favreau did, right? He took the canon and then just sort of planted new seeds in the canon and to make his own sort of new garden based off sort of stuff we already knew and loved. There was so much to work with there that was the worst excuse in the world. So look, that is one thing I understand why people give Kathleen Kennedy guff for, because it's true. So thank you, Stefano. But Lewis, so look, I don't think people look. It's okay that you like it. Yes, I'm being melodramatic. Sometimes I do it. I'm not lying. We have to be something. Got to have some hot takes to keep you guys engaged.
I got to be honest. I can't sit here and lie and say I didn't like it. When I kind of liked, I like Lando, and there's aspects I like of the film that's in the film, but it wasn't flushed out right. It is a mess, man. I'm giving you that. I'm admitting to that, and it could have been better when you don't plan it out.
Lewis, you know how melodramatic I'm being? This is the first time. This is the first time I'm incredibly depressed that I can't do an honest trailer. Like that movie.
Or can you?
No. I'm not gonna. That's just stupid. But my point is, man, wouldn't that be great to just get in there, and roast that movie? Man, that would be amazing. But what can I do? What can I do, Lewis? It's not mine. They're doing it. my point is, it makes me sad because that is the movie. I'm like, ooh, and I worry they won't even do the jokes that they should do in that movie because there's some stuff. Whatever, I don't want to go down too far that road, but I'm just like, man, that would have been a really fun one to write because I really, 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 really don't think people are being honest about that movie. I think there's a lot of people who would just have blinders on it, and it's exactly what you said. It is a missed opportunity that could have been so much better with planning. And that's why I'm so disappointed by it. It's not melodrama. It's melodrama because we've waited years. It's so many opportunities. And that's how it ended.
Let me nerd out. The New Republic. What happened? The New Jedi. What happened? The Sith. Why aren't the eyes red when you turn into a Sith? Shouldn't like the new Sith Order not know about the rule of two and train 50 Sith Lords? And then at the end, they start betraying each other. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, what the hell? The Empire. Was there an Imperial Revolution after? I don't know. Mando's dope, but they're not covering that stuff. So what's going on? All these our imaginations ran wild. They could have been better. I still liked Rise of Skywalker, but then when it could have been planned and it could have been done right, it goes downhill, man. Sorry.
Yeah,
no matter what you think.
So anyway, all of this is my point is to like really Disney, like, oh yeah, guys, we will release it a few days early. Yeah, get excited. No, I'm not paying $20 for this digitally. I look, if it's on Disney Plus at some point, I could see that as a gift because then at least it's like, all right, you don't have to pay for it. But this was silly to me. And the Frozen 2, it was released a couple weeks earlier on Disney Plus. So what? It's already been on Blu-ray. People had the chance to buy it. I really disliked Frozen 2. I'll be honest. I think Frozen 2 was a big letdown. I don't think
we're the demo. Are we the demo?
They tried to want everybody to be the demo in this one. But anyway, this was the next. I want to jump into this story next because it's sort of related. So the Frozen 2 tease, it's time now. This is from a hot take from Variety, Andrew Wallenstein. Time is now for studios and exhibitors to restart premium VOD talks. And so he goes on and sort of this explains why, Mulan, New Mutants, Antlers should be on Disney Plus is what he's pitching. But viewed in tandem, this pair of decisions sparks a logical question. If Frozen 2 can stream to home earlies, why not just put Mulan on Disney Plus now instead of in theaters at some future undetermined point? Okay, can we call out how stupid this guy is? Andrew, I'm sorry. I'm getting this. Everyone's like, be yourself, Andy. Well, I'm sorry. Dude, Andrew, you work for Variety? You work for Variety, and you are telling me why not, if they can do it to Frozen 2 and stream to homes early, why not just put Mulan on Disney Plus now instead of theaters? Andrew, because Frozen 2 had a theatrical release that made $1 billion. Oh, and then it actually did release on Blu-ray to make more money in Targets before the pandemic even hit. Oh, and yeah, now they just decided to put it a few weeks early in Disney Plus. How on earth is that anywhere remotely in the same solar system as Mulan, which has yet to have a theatrical window, a Blu-ray window? Like, what planet are you on? What are they feeding you at Variety that you're putting this in a Variety article as if you are an expert to say, why not? It's the same as putting Frozen 2 on early. Are you delusional? Lewis, am I being melodramatic now, or do you agree on this?
I totally see your point, man. But who said it's very people could be very generous with other people's money? That when you do the math, man, we've gone over it several times. It doesn't make sense. The investment's too big. If they put Mulan via streaming service or whatever for $20 or a pay-per-view, I'm gonna invite everyone, the entire familia, 25 people in the house plus their family.
We're gonna rent it. Come over to our house, exactly.
Yeah, let's do it. So how much money are they gonna lose? They could get $15 a pop minimum in the theater. The movie costs what? At least $200 million, I'm assuming.
Plus the marketing they've lost, yeah, and then. So you're talking about worldwide, which they're just going to pirate it. Once it's out, it's so easy to pirate it from an iTunes download or whatever. Yeah. You stream it and you can capture it. If it's out digitally, it's copyrightable, and then it's all over the world. No one's going to police that piracy. You would lose so much money. Of course,
but as a fan, do it because I didn't invest in Mulan personally, right? We didn't invest in it. If they put it on, I'll be happy. Yeah, but it's not going to be. Then they can't produce other films if they keep doing that. Although New Mutants, I do agree that movie's jinxed. Just release it somehow. Put it on Blu-ray right away.
My logic is if it's a premium content like Mulan, and I would argue New Mutants is probably right on that line of maybe not, but there's a lot of money. But it's sort of like a loss from the Fox days. They can sort of be like whatever. But I think especially if New Mutants is good. If they're sort of like, all right, this is okay, hold on to it. Hold on to anything that's good, because you don't want to just drop it on Disney Plus. That's not. It's a total mistake. I don't believe dropping a Disney Plus will get them any money. It's not going to get them any subscription drivers. It's one movie. It's not enough. They need so many more series. We talked about what Disney Plus needs to do to succeed, which Bob Iger is working on. And to be honest, they're in trouble now because the production is ceasing on a lot of their shows right now, which is only going to set them back even further. So look, I mean, that might be a desperation move they decide to do. But, dude, Andrew at Variety, come on, dude. It's not even close to releasing Frozen 2 a couple weeks early that it was going to be on Disney Plus. They're losing so much money if they don't wait and did that theatrical. And look, I'm trying not to be doom and gloom, and I don't want this channel to be about, medical Bud Light issues. Like, I want to hear your stories and we'll talk about it. But, let's try not to be such doom and gloom. I hope by the winter things are sorted out, right? We can start attempting to get back to normal, and people want to go to movies.
May I ask your opinion on something real quick?
Drop Mulan. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask, do you think New Mutant looks good? What is your opinion? I don't recall you talking about whether you're excited about the film or not.
It's different, right? So I like that about it. And it's a good cast. I like the cast. I like the idea. I like that the directors had the balls to go online and really sort of defend it and be like, we didn't edit it. We didn't even do reshoots. This is the movie I wanted to make. Yeah, it's gotten stuck in some shuffles, but every delay did sort of have a reason. It wasn't like the studio was like, nah. It was like, they didn't want to compete with Deadpool 2. Then they didn't want to compete with Dark Phoenix because they knew that was going to be crap, and it would just it made sense. They wanted to reboot it again. Oh, and then Fox got bought up by Disney. Okay, well, that complicated things because Disney's like, well, wait, what is this movie? We want to watch it. And then obviously this happens, which is all of those reasons to me were not because the film was bad. It was because, it was unorganization. So I'm not knocking it as so many other people are. I'm curious to see it. It's a great cast. I think it's a cool concept. I like that Josh Boone has said it's contained and it's more of a scary, like smaller themed, movie. I love the idea of that. I love that world stakes. So yeah, I'm excited for it. And I think it's more premium than I think people are giving it credit. I think had this come out, if that come out in April and none of this had happened, I think that movie could have done well enough to be like, well, that was pretty cool. And I think we would have all been talking about it.
Here's another thing people aren't talking about. If this is indeed linked to the X-Men, and it does hint to the X-Men, the more they have a Fox X-Men or an X-Men that's contained, like you said, the more we're going to have to wait for the X-Men to be introduced into the MCU. I think, right? Because they want people to kind of forget about the Fox X-Men and then start all over. At least that's what we think, unless they link the two world universes together, which will confuse the hell out of everyone unless they have a clever game plan. But the longer that film is not shown, or the longer they wait, the longer we're going to have to wait for the MCU to bring Wolverine and all those characters in. Maybe, right?
Yeah. I want to follow up on some of these comments, though. Wow. A bunch of effing crybabies. Us or the public? I'm curious, Aaron. I saw your comment there, but I'm hearing you. Saying we are or they are. At least give us a little bit more. Both. Thanks, Peter, for watching on Facebook. Both early releases are not good. Okay. And then I had one. Here we go. Peter, Onward, I wish was advertised better. Yeah, I didn't like Onward. I'll be honest. Can we all talk? Can we spoil Onward now? Is this a good time to spoil Onward?
I don't mind. I haven't seen it.
Save that for tomorrow's. We can do a spoiler. Yeah, I need good takes. That's a good one. Let's save that for tomorrow's episode. I really didn't like Onward. Really didn't. So if you didn't see it, now's your chance to go against the grain and go watch it before I spoil it tomorrow. And we'll talk about why I didn't like it. So stay tuned. Tease. But if you guys have any other questions you want to ask aside from Onward, which I will talk about that tomorrow. So Peter, tune in. Because I had real big problems with it. And I posted my spoiler review early, and then I realized, oh crap, I'm 2 weeks early. My timing went off, and then I literally trimmed it off so I didn't ruin it for people. But now people have had enough time that it's time to ruin it. What were you gonna say, Lewis?
Maybe I'll take a trip to the Chinese theater and watch it over here in Hollywood. I love that theater.
So you're going out. Good for you.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't even mean good for you. I don't know what you're supposed to do. That is the biggest stressful right now of this, like, morally, how dare you go out?
Yeah,
that's happening right now, where it's like, I'm not going to yell at people as long as people are being respectful and not coughing on each other and not going to elderly homes. To me, that's the biggest priorities right now. You know,
me going out doesn't force everyone else to go out. That's
not what they say, right, Lewis? So that's why I don't.
I'm going over there and back
get,
home.
It's this whole thing is becoming political, right? It's like there's now sides. Yeah. Well, how dare you go out to hang out and go outside? How dare you? You are gonna. And then there's that, and then there's like legitimately, how dare you go outside? I can see both sides. It's a wrestle that I see people are now. The dividing lines are happening. I don't want to get involved. That's not what this channel is.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Fun, but at the same time, I can't judge people who got to do what they got to do as long as people are being responsible. I think that's the real word. Both sides can still be responsible. There's a nice meet in the middle. But oh my gosh, you're on my YouTube and Facebook. We might be locked down. Trump speaks at 3:30. Oh gosh, lovely. He's speaking a lot. He's realizing, I guess I have to address this a lot. The Hunt will be on digital early. I think it will. That's one that they should. But I don't know where they would post it. That's Blumhouse has a deal with Apple TV.
Disney Plus.
No,
I'm just messing around. Come on.
That will not be on Disney Plus. But the Hunt is such a better home movie than it is a theater movie.
Oh, come on. I love that movie.
I didn't like it as much as you did. First beginning, I liked it. Try it without spoiling it. I really wish they had like played the game once, and then the main lead had been in like round 2 of the game, just so we could have had more. Because I only cared about the game, and I didn't care about the all the convoluted justification for the game. And so midway through, I was just like, oh, come on. And then there's a really good showdown at the end. I'll give it. But that
Kill
middle
Bill.
part, the middle part really, that really middle part did it. All right. Well, as we wind down, because we'll stay here longer. If you guys want to super chat over any other comments you want us to talk about, let me know.
I just started.
Hold on, before I face Peter, honestly, I connected a lot to Barley. I admired him as a character. Peter, totally. I don't no disrespect. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who love it because it connects to them emotionally or because they've gone through their own losses. So totally get it. I personally just didn't. I have problems with it. I don't want to get into it too much here, but I'll try and talk about it tomorrow. Sorry, but Lewis, you were trying to say something. Go ahead.
I'm just getting started. I have my coffee here, man, and you're what? You have to go? What?
Well, no, we're gonna stay for another 10, 15 minutes.
All right, good.
I'm inspiring them to try and super chat over some topics so we can keep going.
I'm gaining steam right now, Andy. I'm rolling downhill.
These movies, I'm noticing the like curve between people tune out. But yeah, you live fans, if you want to keep us going, keep it. It's that. See, there's the tip jar. Here it is. keep the peace. We'll keep going as long as you guys want. But there you go. Watch Battle Royale, Nerd Report, Sexy AF. There you go. Horse.
All right, thank you.
Oh, my man, Mean 54. Thank you, man. Thanks for being the best distraction from all the doom and gloom lately. Guys are putting in the work, and I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. There you go. You just bought another 10 minutes. No, thank you. Happily keep you going, Mean 54. You've been very generous. Thank you so much. And again, you guys don't forget Lewis's Cash App. It's money sign Nerd Report. Money sign Nerd Report, and then I'm just money sign Andy Signore. But if you're on the Cash App or other ways, we'll get alerted, and we'll send you love that way too. That way YouTube doesn't take a cut. I don't think I'm supposed to say that out loud, but oh, well. All the links are down in the YouTube description. You can see always right up top. The someone did it. Nicholas, bam, $20, nigga. Thank you, man. So, look, I'm not saying this to gloat. I'm just showing you, like, I love the support. Thank you, guys. Now, those watching should feel inspired too that we're all doing this together. Andy, I've been loving all the work and effort you've been putting in. Latest episode of Hugging the Cactus was so eye-opening. All the best. Perfect segue, right, Lewis?
Yep.
Perfect segue. Nicholas, thank you so much, Nicholas. That was amazing of you. See, we get the alerts, so that way YouTube didn't get a cut. I love it. They take so many cuts. So let's complain about YouTube. Hopefully, then you're all inspired to not super chat.
You have 3 hours.
You'll Cash App Lewis and I instead of, or PayPal friends and family instead of YouTube, because YouTube. What the heck, YouTube? Really quick though, I got Master Swag King. Hunt isn't a bad film. You get what you pay for with it. I agree. It's exactly that, and it's a perfect movie at home to stream when you get to it. I would definitely recommend it for streaming. It's not worth going out in a pandemic to watch it in the theater. Absolutely not. You know what? When I actually did enjoy was did I talk about this? Ben Affleck's The Way Back. Ooh,
oh yeah, that looks good.
Loved it. I mean, it was cool to me for my own sort of issues I've been through over the years. It is like watching like Ben Affleck's therapy sessions, I guess, like watching him go through it all. It's heavy, but it was also just so inspirational, and I thought he's fantastic. And and it's such a beautiful coaching movie that I didn't expect, because I'm not a big basketball guy, but I loved watching him like find his way again and finding usefulness in the world when you need it sometimes, because I feel like we've all been there. We've all been lost, right, in the world of like, what is our purpose? And then sometimes we drown ourselves with our own sort of vices or sorrow. And then how do you get out of that? You find something you're good at, and then you just go with it. And so that's really what it's about. It's the way back. Like, how do you find the way back from that place? Dude, I loved it. I just thought it was so well done. It's beautifully told. It's tragic, but it's inspiring. It's a really, really, really wonderful movie that, again, really, I wish it could get some more money, but I would much rather you go, if you're going to pay money in theaters, go give it to that one. Strangely enough.
You touched on something there. You said that you're not really a basketball person. That's why I tell people, we talked about that Hugging the Cactus channel you have. You don't have to be into whatever your guests are into, like, or even know what happened. The stories you're providing there are just so intriguing, man. You will be hooked. And I think that's what you mean with the way back with this film. So I encourage everyone to go and, at the very least, have this on in the background, have Hugging the Cactus on in the background.
I don't make money on that, so play it just for views, because I need to get 100,000 views in that channel before I can monetize it. And then even when I monetize it, I'm sure I won't, because the content is sort of more against YouTube's things. But thank you, Rigoberto. Very nice of you. I appreciate you plugging it for me. What I was going to say, though, let's get to that point, because I see a lot of people asking about it since I teased it. Where was one? Did you get the Richard Hatch video up? So let's talk about it, Lewis. I don't know if you had a chance to see any of it, but I'll set you all guys up so you can go watch it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge Survivor fan. I watched it in the beginning, and I loved Richard Hatch. Richard Hatch was like the nudist guy. He was openly homosexual, and he showed up on the show knowing what the show was and how to play it. And in doing so, he decided people who at home were watching it were seeing him stab people in the back who they loved, who had no idea how to play this game of Survivor, which was a social, experiment. And he was never mean to people. Like, he wasn't a jerk or a villain, as people sort of painted him. But the way the show is just designed and the way it was presented for people who'd never seen it before, he was voting off all these lovely people who had no idea they were going to get booted off. And so people were like, oh my God, how dare you kick? He was playing the game, and he played it the best way, and he ended up winning and got the $1 million. And it was, I'm telling you, if you want something to binge, go back and watch season 1. I wish you didn't know he won, because it's even crazier, but it's the best. I still stand by it's the best reality show. It set the tone for everything, and the casting. As we talk in the episode with Richard, you couldn't have written it. And and what we learned in the interview with Richard is that they tried their damnedest to script it and organize it and control it and cheat and do all these things. He unleashes all of it, but they couldn't control it, and he ended up winning. But then what they could control is how they perceived him in later seasons. The rumor is, what his allegation is, that they attempted to pay because he caught them cheating. He was gonna. They were going to pay his taxes on the $1 million if he won, as sort of a make good to say, well, look, that's what we'll do. And then, a lot of other shady stuff went down where the IRS, the government, just wanted to make it use him as a poster child because they thought he was the Survivor villain, et cetera, et cetera. Got the highest sentence of anybody for that amount of money. He explains it all. But anyway, long story short, gets 11 charges of tax fraud and charity fraud and all this stuff. All of them get thrown out except for the main tax evasion charge. But his own network of CBS still throws him under the bus and tries to say, you're a charity frauder again. They just hammered. And then even through finally all that, they still tried to let him back. But the judges wouldn't let him come back to other future best of seasons. And so they were always sort of screwing him over, but playing nice. And then last season on Survivor, it was just one of the worst Survivors they've done. And this man on it, who I still don't even know what happened, got mewed and accused by this other player and this woman on it that he was inappropriately touching her. Now, look, that's not what this episode's about, but it's relevant because I don't know what happened in an instance, but from what I've gathered, she's the only one who's complained. All the other contestants there, he never did that. We saw him touch, it was never that big of a deal. She never said anything. She could have said something. So who knows? But long story short, that guy got screwed and kicked off the show right before the finale, and then wasn't invited on the finale reunion show. And then all of the players didn't want to come back for that reunion show for the very reason of they thought that guy got screwed and they didn't like the girl. And then they decided to make a big, oh, this is important. We got to talk about this, which it is, personal space and respecting women, of course. But then all that sort of stuff happened. And they realized, well, we don't want this guy, Richard Hatch, because he had an instance in All Stars where he did something. Anyway, so they basically have thrown him under the bus and called him not safe for families, inappropriate, that he assaulted someone on a previous season, which he didn't. He has gotten railroaded like crazy through all this stuff. That's just everything, one after another has just knocked this man down. And this guy has a bit of an ego. He's overly confident. He's got a story to tell, though. And so it's just sad to watch the machine, the man, just be like, bye. And then the public just assumes they know him. And it was really nice to give him time to tell his story. And I realized as I was doing it, I'm like, this is a two-parter. So it's the first part talks about Survivor, the cheating, the accusation that later plays into stuff. Jeff Probst and Mark Burnett. So he gets into a lot of the stuff, CBS, and where he came from and how he played the game. It's a lot of fascinating stuff. And then part 2 will drop next weekend, where he gets into the tax evasion for what actually happened there, his time in prison, why he wasn't invited back. There's so much more juicy stuff to come, but you got a week now to catch up on part 1, so that way you can watch part 2. But anyway, long story short, to sort of sell you on the episode, which is, I'm telling you, even if you don't watch Survivor, it's fascinating. It's a story worthy to be told. I tried to cut this promo, Lewis, and I made 12 versions of this promo that showed like a couple clips and talked about CBS, Mark Burnett. I'm probably demonetized now because I'm saying this. And they killed it. They every time they limited it. If you don't know how it works, limited. No, Richard Hatch is not the Battlestar Galactica guy.
Unfortunately, that Richard Hatch, the one who played Apollo, he passed away of cancer a few years ago.
I got to meet him. I shot a short with him. He's such a generous, lovely guy.
Great guy.
Totally missed. I'm sure he didn't like being confused either, given all the media. But no, not that Richard Hatch. Respect and love to that Richard Hatch, who was a legend himself. This is Survivor's Richard Hatch. But I tried to cut 12 versions of that promo, and every time they limited it. And when you limit a video, when YouTube decides to limit a video, not only is it not monetized, which is how we get revenue, because I know those do better than my other videos. Not only do they get revenue over the years, but they don't get shared as much because they're stamped as not family-friendly content. And so YouTube sort of gives a little bit of boost and then just knocks it into its ether. So it was just really discouraging. I was like, I don't know. So then I made a video calling out YouTube's hypocrisy and how it does. And that one didn't get demonetized, strangely enough. But I don't know if it's because CBS sued YouTube back in the day. There was that big Viacom lawsuit where CBS and Viacom sued them. And so there's a conspiracy theorist in me thinking that after that deal was done, there might be some coding in there of like YouTube being extra cautious with CBS things to try to avoid that.
Yep.
I don't know, but there's a major conspiracy there, and it's really frustrating. So if you guys want to check it out, please go check it out. And thank you so much. And then Cameron, I want to get to this because thank you for the comment. And Lewis, I'll turn to you since I just talked a lot. Andy, I believe in years to come, your redemption story will inspire others. Who knows? You might even get a film based off you. LML. But God bless you, my friend. Man, that's freaky to think of. I don't think that'll happen, but I really appreciate the sentiment and the support. So thank you, man. But Lewis, what do you think? I'm checking my see if we got any other.
Look, in regards of getting demonetized and hidden in the search engine, because once you get demonetized, there's no incentive for this platform, which I'll say YouTube, to share your video because they don't make anything out of it, and they have plenty of stuff to share around. But it's unfortunate. I don't personally mind if they have these weird rules like don't mention that channel or network, but could you let us know so we don't do it? Because I know you've probably spent several hours editing this thing and you're like trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and then you see people use the word get monetized. So what's the deal? What do we have to do? It's so vague. It's kind of a mess. Unfortunately, though, this is not our platform. People think it is, but if they want to do what they want to do, but let us know what the rules are. That's all. That's all I'm saying here. So I don't know, but I see that a lot of people, get away with things I cannot get away with, and I see the negative content like poop float up to the top of the water, and the stuff that when we try to report positive stuff, it gets hidden. So if this is a true search engine like they say it is, it's not really working up right.
And I want to thank Taylor M. Bravo, Taylor. As I was checking, he did drop us $10. Thank you, sir. And he had a question. who do you want to play Jason Bourne? Anybody you want to play Doctor Doom for Fantastic Four? Keep rocking, Andy and Lewis. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks.
And Matt, I see your time. Matt, let's talk about it inside. It's more complicated than that. You're wrong too. Limited absolutely does throttle your view. I've talked to numerous people about it. It absolutely does. So it's absolutely a reason to be frustrated. The limited ad can also make you unlisted. Go check that, Matt, before you jump in this, because when you're unlisted, it doesn't get shared as much. So it's absolutely not. It absolutely does not help the video. And YouTube wants to monetize and promote the videos that are monetized. So that's all I'm saying. It totally throttles. Yes, I can still post the video. It's not. I haven't said it's censored or pulled from YouTube. It's limited, which means it limits its exposure to the rest of the people, and that's what I'm trying to say. So I see your comments there, Matt, but you can reach out. We can talk about it. But that's what I'm saying. But let's answer Taylor's question there, because sorry, Matt was in the comments. I want to respond to him, but thank you for watching, Matt. Taylor, Jace, who do you want to play Jason Bourne? I don't want anyone to play Jason Bourne. I'm done. Enough Jason Bourne. I reported an exclusive the other day from a lead we had that they're going to reboot it with a younger team and a younger Jason Bourne. Just make another spy movie. Why do we need that? And the scoop, if you haven't watched it over there, go over there. David Leitch, who did John Wick and Hobbs and Shaw, Deadpool 2, he's now in talks to do the directing on it. We'll see if it stays. This stuff comes and goes. It may not actually stick to it, but it's ironic because he was a stuntman on some of the sequels. But I love him. I love his action, but I don't know. Do we still need that? I gotta be honest. I thought it got too serious, the Bourne movies, the Treadstone, and the deeper it got into the conspiracy of the world, I didn't care. I liked when he's jumping through windows and hitting people with magazines. If they're gonna do like a straight kung fu Bourne movie, then sure, then I'm into it. Like the Raid stuff, but it's Jason Bourne, okay. But I don't really need the Jason Bourne franchise, so I don't really want to cast anybody. Do you have any feelings on that?
No, I don't really care that much, but I do want to say that thanks for the question. It's not a knock on the question. It's just that we try to be honest. So like when you get answered, we don't care. It doesn't mean your question's dumb. Your question's awesome, but it's just, we're being honest. We can't just like sit here and go, well, yeah, we're excited about it and stuff. We don't want to lie to you guys and gals. So don't take that as a disrespect. But no, I'm not really interested, but although it's a trailer away from getting me interested, if I see a trailer that looks awesome, I'm going to come back here and go, man, that Jason Bourne reboot looks awesome. Woo! So I loved the fact that then Jason Bourne, that one scene, the trailer started, the fourth one, where he's just like, he's sitting there and then he just does one punch and knocks it. It's like, yeah. And then I watched that movie now, and they got Alicia Vikander, and that movie I just thought was such a bore. I don't know. I'm sort of over it all. And we'll see. Did you hear this? Is this true? Turquoise Idris Elba is tested for Bud Light. Oh man, dude, we're going to hear this a lot, guys. Not to scare everybody. A lot of us are going to get tested for Bud Light. We might've already had it, is what the reality of this stuff is, So it's like, what can we do? We can talk about it. We can be there for each other. We be kind to each other. We can be patient. We can be respectful. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people, and there's going to be people who are going to want to admit it. But let's be careful. I mean, let's be careful out there is all I'm saying. Sorry. The access. David Gardner? What are you talking about there? Can you just say what you're saying? Because I see a lot of people asking you, and if you got something you want me to talk about, let's talk about it. I'm looking at these comments. But yeah, back to Bourne. I don't care. Idris Elba, I'd love to see in a movie like that, though. James Bond. Let's give him, once he's, hopefully he'll be better. And then when he is, let's put him in something. It's true. Elba, tweeted out a video less than an hour ago. Look, it's going to happen. And I appreciate them coming forward and being civil and calm about it. That's what we all got to do. But this sort of flattening the curve, all the stuff we're learning, it's true. We gotta, there's a whole bunch of stuff I've been watching of the people in Italy. Like there's a lot of people who are going to make through it. It is, but a lot of people are dying. And so we gotta, this whole staying in while people are like, I can do what I want. Look, people can do what they want, but you got to understand we are attempting to write sort of information that we didn't have. So look, I don't want to get too much in that because there's a lot of places you can go with better experts than Lewis or I to get your information. And I think we're still trying to get I know everything.
Yeah, exactly. But I hope Idris is okay. I'm sure he will be, just like Tom Hanks. And I love that Tom Hanks was the first one to get it because there's no one more classy who will sort of calm us down from it all than Tom Hanks. So I hope when he gets through it, he can help advise and say, look, this sucked, but here's what we got. Here's what we got to do. We made through it. That's going to be a good lesson to learn.
These guys got top doctors. Okay. They got top of the line doctors. It's us who are screwed.
Yeah, no one's gonna let me over Idris Elba die. Anthony McIntosh, thank you for the support. Andy, screw redemption. Only the All-Father can condemn you. Move with the ones that love and ride for you. Nobody can cancel you, brother. Love you, dog. Thank you, man. I appreciate the sentiment. You've been there, man. I appreciate you showing up on the streams, everything. Anthony's a regular. I'm glad congrats on the test and everything, and your school tests. Glad we can entertain you. And I'm gonna make sure I'm trying to be back. Probably not gonna have the same setup here, but we'll try and do something next Thursday. It'll be different, but well, stay tuned. But Anthony, thank you for the support there. It means a lot. And then Vitali, I don't know what is it rubles, rubies? You got to help get me. The thumbnail of this video should be the official box art of the Rise of Skywalker Blu-rays. I was trying to think, why do I do this? And I thought, let me get the meh emoji from the emoji movie. I was proud of that. So thank you for noticing, and thank you for that generous donation. Vitali, you've been here. You're a man. A lot of the regulars in here. Good to see you guys. I'm glad. I love Anthony was in the our fan line, the party line, hanging out with everybody, talking after the show, and my internet went down. But Spectrum has come and fixed, so it's supposed to be good. Finally, what were you going to say, Lewis? Did you have something else to add?
Nah, well, now that you brought up Spectrum, come on, man, up your game here. We're paying the top dollar. You know what I mean? I'm using Spectrum as well. You're monopolizing the areas. Get us some real internet.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
And I'm worried. You know what I'm worried about? We haven't hit this yet. Everybody's streaming. That internet's going to take a hit.
It's not the streaming. What I'm going to say right now, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. Fill the car with gas. That's all I'm saying. I'm on full tank. Because if they start doing the toilet paper move on the gasoline, it's
always, well, at any natural disaster, anything, always make sure your tank's not running on empty. Like, fill it. And then when you just keep it half full at least, so that way if something has to happen, you got it. I subscribe that too. Eduardo Rodriguez, thank you for the support, man. And a member, love it. More original content should be made. I'm tired of seeing the lineup of films from the same franchises over the last 20 years, dude. Amen. I mean, it's really frustrating that YouTube. I'm still my mind is mad at them. It's frustrating me that Disney has the most money. Has the most opportunities, and they don't want to take any more creative risks. They want to just keep relying on the IP they've bought and owned, which they've paid a lot for. So I sort of get it, but it's like at a certain point, you got to we said this on one of the streams, but how did they let Taika Waititi leave and go do the Roald Dahl cartoons? It just blows my mind.
It's all image.
You could have had Taika pay Taika to say, look, do your own. We'll do a whole new original animated series. We don't care. Do it. But they don't have they just don't have the guts anymore. Now, look, there's doing Raya, The Last Dragon. They did Onward. They got Soul. To be fair, there's 3 original movies coming out this year from Disney, so I do applaud that. Hopefully they'll release. But I do applaud the attempts, but we need more. We need more. And it's strange to me, given how many talented people work at Disney, that they can't be figuring out new things to put out there. No one wants to invest in it because it seems like it's not a sure thing. Lewis, do you have any insight on that? Why do you think Disney won't put the money towards the creators?
It's all Jojo Rabbit. Taika Waititi cannot do a Jojo Rabbit on Disney Plus or for Disney. Maybe he could do it on Searchlight Pictures or whatever it's called now. But that's not the image with Disney. It's image. So that's the perception they want to put out as a family thing. It may not be Disney's fault that Taika is doing something for Netflix. It may be Taika Waititi just wants to venture out into other things. Don't leave all your cookies or put all your cookies into one jar. So we don't know the stuff that's going on behind doors. But Taika Waititi, man, you don't want him to be restrained when he directs. If you saw Jojo Rabbit, if you have any questions about how awesome he is, they will be disproven. Your questions will be answered. This guy is awesome. The movie was great, was excellent. And I think it's something that fits more with Netflix than Hulu's not that big. So why put it on Hulu? Disney Plus, it's a family format. So there we go. Taika Waititi, that's what I'm saying about that.
Yeah, no, but my point is, it still feels like they could be investing in the people they have that are crushing it. That's how that works. When it's like Netflix is being really smart by buying out all these creators and saying, do whatever you want. And granted, there's a risk to that because the shows might suck. But Disney, come on, man. I don't understand it. Like, there's no one there who has any sort of creative visionary. Like Jason Blum to me is doing way more originality, right? It's like even Jordan Peele, like there are people out there that are like taking original chances, and that's even when they buy or borrow an IP like Invisible Man, I still feel like they're doing some original things. With Disney, it's becoming such the same, and it's scary because what are they going to reboot in 10, 20 years, right? They're going to be like, well, we're out of ideas. They're just going to keep rebooting The Lion King. What do you do?
Reboot The Lion King? Lion King 2, don't they have that in animation? Shouldn't they just...
They'll go back to like the new... we're going back to 2D animation for the retro thing that happens later.
It's all we'll cross that bridge when it's presented. When the bridge, when we'll cross that road. What's the phrase? Whatever it is. But they'll just deal with it in 20 years, whatever it is.
Eduardo said streaming helps bring some original content out. Agreed. And now Disney has this opportunity in Disney Plus, yet they're still not doing it. It's weird to me. They have the most money. They have the most opportunity. Why aren't they putting out some original series that they've sort of said, yeah, you know what? We believe in you, Taika. Go do that cool series. You can oversee it like Favreau did The Mandalorian. We would probably love it. With enough budget, with talented someone like him, people would become fans. And then there's something new that we're like, we have to go watch.
Or YouTube, why don't you step up and give us Cobra Kai already, man? I've been waiting forever. All the other seasons come out around this time. Now is the time to drop it, unless it's not done. If you guys are excited for Cobra Kai, type in Cobra Kai Never Dies in the chat because I love that show.
I don't know where my hat went, but I loved it. I loved it. Here we go. I would love to see a Gotchaman or Ultraman live movie. Is that anime?
Ultraman, it's not anime.
Ultraman's like Power Rangers, like that big guy in the suit.
Yeah, actually, yes, it's all. I believe I'm not sure.
They are doing a new Ultraman film called Shin Ultraman. Well, there you go.
Interesting.
And Gotchaman is great. So I figured must be something. Yeah. I don't know, but John knows.
Check out Giant Robot.
I still got to watch Lupin the Third. It's on my list. I'm going to do it at some point this week. But I am watching my first anime, Lupin the Third. If anybody else wants to try it, we'll connect soon. There you go. Cobra Kai never dies. Bam, 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 bam. Cobra Kai never dies. Bam, 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 bam. 2.
I'm sure there's a lot of people driving, but if you guys like Ultraman, because I know it's in the topic, check out Johnny Sacco and his Giant Robot. That's for all the old timers there. It's like Ultraman.
Cobra Kai never dies. Yes, Casey, you are correct. All right. Well, anything. This was Cobra Kai never dies. There we go. We got another one.
Oh yeah.
Aviation Echo Base Network. Oh, now they're piling in. Okay, they were late. All right. Well, guys, this has been fun. I'm loving it. I can down. It looks like I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any comments there. There's not much news, so it's nice to know we can just jump on here with a couple soft stories, and you guys keep us throwing at ideas. We keep talking. We'll keep delivering. Cobra Kai never dies. That's a good one to stream if you haven't watched already. I have YouTube TV, which has been mostly positive, except for when the Bachelor finale was unavailable. That really made me pissed. But YouTube TV is a kind of a good way to avoid cable. It's just they have the app and you can have unlimited DVR. But because I got YouTube TV, Cobra Kai and YouTube Red or whatever it was called was just part of it.
Really?
So I watched it there. Awesome. And so you can get a trial of that. And that way you can just binge it one of these days. Cobra Kai is the best Karate Kid sequel they've ever made, hands down. It is fantastic.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Cobra Kai should just drop all the episodes at once, or should they follow the new trend where they have one a week? I want them all at once. But
yeah, well, I mean, there's 2 seasons they can watch all at once. You can take your time, binge first season 1, take a break, and then binge season 2. I usually try.
I'm talking about 3.
Oh, 3. No, I think they released the other 2 binge, right?
Yeah, and they're only half an hour. I hope they don't pull every week.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I would probably just wait till it's done.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh yeah, and Chris makes a good point. Once you have YouTube TV, you can add 5 friends or family to also have access to it. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good deal. It's not too bad. I should get a residual for telling you guys.
How much is it a week?
We have a referral code I should find to send it to you guys before you do it. If someone actually wants to sign up, hit me on Twitter so I can send you a residual. I'm sure Google offers something, but yeah, it's pretty legit. How
much is it a month?
I don't remember. It's not an ad, Louis. They're not paying me. They go do that.
Maybe they will.
Chill for them unless I get something out of it. Because through YouTube is what I'm saying, Louis. But yeah, does anyone watch Westworld? Yeah, I didn't get a chance. It's on my list, but I've been worried. But there you go. Chris did the homework for you. $49.99 a month.
Jeez, that's a lot.
It's not bad for cable. It's for all cable. It's not that bad.
Huh?
Cable's worse, dude. But yeah, it's a cost. But that's the thing I have, and that's it. But I was gonna say, let me make sure we didn't get any more support through PayPal. That's always the best way to send guys. Oh yeah, so we got one through the Cash App. Cash App, Lewis, you didn't get anything through the Cash App?
No, no one's popped my cherry. I never get
Someone
anything.
popped Lewis's cherry. Hold on, we got where was this? I got it from. Oh, it just disappeared. But
it's $sign Nerd Report if you guys care.
Dollar sign
Nerd
Report for Lewis. $sign Andy Signore for me. It was just there. Notifications. How do I go back and see what you just did? I saw someone gave it to me, but then I closed it, and then it doesn't have a list of it. I got to find out. But someone, oh man, sorry, man. Why do I call you?
I'll get YouTube
Thank you,
TV.
Stephen Boyd. Stephen Boyd. Boom, boom, boom for all the great movie news and all the videos. Thank you so much. $10. Dude,
nice. Thanks, man.
So I did pretty well today on you guys with the extra dough on the side. Again, oh, and then we got one more. We got Adam Williams. Thank you, Adam. $1.50. I'll take it.
That's it.
That's about what a major donation on YouTube counts anyway, because that's what they take out. So I'll accept it, dude.
Yeah.
Adam, thank you, man. And anything will count. Well, I'll take it. But thank you guys. PayPal friends and family. If you see a YouTuber with a link, send it over. Cash App. Throw Lewis a couple bones. I know he's having a tough time with this, not being able to do his conventions and things where he does a lot of his work. So
yeah,
Lewis,
they cancels everything.
I'll keep plugging you. I'll tweet it out too later. But everybody, thank you. Help what you can, even beyond us. Be generous to everybody else out there. Pay attention. Be patient. Let's not try and just attack everybody. Please do what we can do. People aren't going to do what you want. People are going to not follow the rules. We got to try our best. Protect yourself. Stay safe. Do what you can do. I hope we all I know we will get all through this, but I hope everyone doesn't have any major troubles. But we'll be here to entertain you through it all. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Lewis, anything else you want to say before we wrap out?
Yeah, I want to say something to add what you just said. Okay, don't start off your debate with that you're stupid because you think differently than me, because that's just going to shut people off. Every time I hear that, not only do I think the person who's trying to debate me doesn't know what they're talking about, lost the debate, I shut them off. So if you have a point, bring in your facts, discuss it like we used to do. And I don't know if that's old fashioned, but don't call the other person a name. Not only do you lose the debate by resorting to names, you shut the other person off to your argument or your debate. Just a word of advice. You don't,
it's all about respect. Respect everybody. Listen, I learned that the hard way when I moved out here. When I lived in California, I was in that bubble, man. And I still consider myself more liberal. I'll be honest. I'm not going to hide that. But my point is, like, I just thought everyone was stupid. I just thought everyone was stupid because that's sort of what happens over there. And then I met a lot of Republicans, conservative, middle, all types of people. And I just realized, wow, everyone's got really good points. I never really opened my mind and just listened. So it's all about listening. It's respecting. You're not going to agree, but if you listen to someone and you do it with respect and they do it back, you'll be amazed what you learn and what you can actually, give from each other. So yeah, totally. Lewis is right. Don't ever just resort to that, except for Adam over at Variety. Dude, that was stupid. Stupid hot take. Yeah, there's exception. Well, yeah, if they can release Frozen 2, there's no reason they can't. Why not just put Mulan on Down 2 in theaters? It's some moron, dude. Come on, you work for Variety. You're supposed to be smarter than that. Come on. How do you mess that up? All right, really quick as I wrap out. What day is the movie club? Are we watching Outbreak beforehand or a watch party? It's gonna be, but maybe before Friday. Let's try. I might have to drive somewhere, and I may not be in my studio, so I may have to do a makeshift studio for my family's place in a little bit. So stay tuned. I'll know more tomorrow or Wednesday. But my point is that's why I don't want to commit yet. But yes, watch Outbreak the next couple days if you can. I'm hoping Thursday or Friday we'll have the watch party. The review party. I can't stream it and watch it live. It's too long. Although that would be fun too. But no, maybe later. But we're just gonna review it. The questions of did Kevin Spacey's in it? Is that weird? How does it relate to what we're going through now? Is it weird seeing Marcel the monkey be the virus carrier? Plenty of stuff we'll be going through as we guys revisit Outbreak, which is on Netflix, so you can go check it out there. And so, yeah, you have a couple more days to catch it before we do our watch party, and then you'll see the thumbnail pop up. It's the movie party, the video party. You are welcome. There you go. So Andy, Benny, and yes, Yes, as Chris. Oh wait, sorry, I was trying to get Chris's. Yes, thank everybody. Give Chris a round of applause. He's been helping me upload all of the content. We should probably get these up there someday too, I guess, Chris. But let's see how the other ones do. But you can watch all the Nerd Wars, Change Our Minds, and Hugging the Cactus are all on. I think they're all going to be, if they're not already, Spotify, iTunes, most of your streaming podcast opportunities. If you want to watch in the car some of my content. You can go there too. So thank you, Chris, for helping me get those up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Bill Barkley. We will see you later as well. Thanks, everybody gave. Don't forget Lewis's Cash App, money sign Nerd Report. Mine is money sign Andy Signore. You can always send us any love whenever you get a chance. If you're watching this later, me or any creators, show us some support, some love, and everybody else who needs it out there. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Be nice, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.